win any kind of event at any level, you need to be playing chess when everyone else is playing checkers.
The Super Sevens is a 4-tournament series that represents the pinnacle of competitive paintball in Australia. It culminates with the Masters event, the biggest event in the Southern Hemisphere. The best teams from Australia, New Zealand and Asia contend for the series. This year, Sacramento DMG, fresh off their victory at NXL World Cup, has also joined the ranks. In addition, many US pro players join the Australian and New Zealand teams to compete throughout the year. These players bring an extra element of insight and prestige to the series. However, many would argue that the real star of the Super 7 series is the Super 7's live webcast. Few would understand this more than Scott Martin.
Yeah, well, I'm Scott Martin, so I'm here today with the Super 7s live, working on the webcast. Originally started out, playing paintball in Sydney, came through the ranks with SWAT. And I was their captain for about 3 years, won 3 series with those guys, so I got 3 rings, which was pretty cool. Unfortunately, got a pretty bad injury in 2015, so stepping out of the sport then. Now I'm just sort of back into bush ball, playing with the bush pigs. So yeah, just enjoying paintball a bit more now, taking it a bit less serious. And yeah, my role here today with Super 7s is one of the commentators, so yeah, it's a different side of the sport, yeah, and I'm sort of focusing on different things, whereas before I was always focused on who we were going to play next and what we were doing. Now I've got to watch the whole entire tournament, and it's good to actually see how it evolves, and it's actually given me a bit of a different view of the sport. This is our 5th event doing it, so we started at Masters last year, and yeah, it's just I feel like it's gone from strength to strength, just getting better each time, and everyone giving us feedback and stuff like that. So we've been improving and looking into the future. This event has really been our biggest for the amount of views and how wide our reach has been. That I've been calling it like the chicken and the egg sort of thing. So until we got the views, we weren't really going to build it bigger. But now we're starting to get the views that more money can be put into it, and so it should get even better from here.
20 seconds.
So some of the big challenges, being able to stay on top of everything that's happening. By the end of it, people ask me about, this game and that game, and it's just such a blur because, like I said, I've been watching every single point of every single game, and it just becomes a blur. And I'm learning a lot behind the scenes by having that time that I can sit back and not be so focused on what my team's doing, and yeah, I guess it's just viewing the sport as a whole instead of just shoehorned into what my team's doing and how we're performing and how my players are performing and that kind of stuff. Best part of the job for me, I get reimbursed to sit up and watch paintball. So like living the dream, I was sponsored to play and now I'm sort of getting sponsored to sit and watch. It's a bit relaxing, but just getting to watch paintball and almost being like forced to watch it, but doing something that I love. So it's great. It's given me a bit of purpose in paintball. It's been good. Yeah, no, it's awesome. I'm loving it.
Go, guys. 30 seconds remaining.
Despite the day of play being cut short by lightning and powerful wind gusts, the frontrunners of the tournament begin to reveal themselves. In shared first place is Perth Crisis, Sydney SWAT and the Expendables. Perth Crisis is poised to win the series and has already established itself as a contender for Masters. SWAT has yet to win a Super Sevens this year and will be fighting to do so this weekend. The Expendables clearly intend to be part of the Sunday Club, with 3 wins already on the board. Not to be discounted, Sacramento DMG, here with only 5 players, sits closely behind the leaders, tied at the top. A full day of competition at Action Paintball Games will only be surpassed by what is to come tomorrow.